trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, folks, we're talking about the bond market here. This is the September bond. This is when we had the big spectacular blow off here on Monday, also part of what was happening on Sunday. But the key to this, if we go back and just remember what we were trying to learn here, let me get rid of this. Let's go to a 13 minutes. So I'll just delete everything, delete all. Hold on. There's what we want to be watching. There was the real key right up in here. After we had the big move, we talked about this yesterday. We had the 382 retracement that came right up here to 16, I believe. Stop had to be above here, above your 61% retracement. And as you can see, that should lead to an ABCD to the downside that I think we're completing just about now, as a matter of fact. And there we are at 23.22 as we're speaking here right now. And there's also a smaller ABCD right behind it. Let's see what these look like. And there's what we're watching here. There's another one right here at 23.20. Now, what you want to do is when you got two numbers like this in a strong trend, you want to go back to that hourly chart, okay? And you want to see what the 382 is going to be off of this low that we had way back here. Remember that? That was a really big one. Look at that bottom that came in right there, and then away she went. There you can see this three drive to a bottom coming here back on the 24th of July. Look at the three drive to a top here on the hourly chart. That's where we were here yesterday. We made that three drives. There's your 382 that we're looking at. Here's we're coming down now. So what we were trying to do is to find out where the 382 will be on this. And as you bring this up, you're going to be seeing, here it is. This is where you're going to be watching it very, very closely here, because if this can hold this has got a chance for the market to continue to go higher. Frankly, I don't know if it will or not, just because of this little ABCD that was here today. It's already down 1.5 handles already today, and that's still heading down. So that's pretty much one that we're watching. There is only one clear ABCD that I can find today, folks. I want to get this up here. We're going to get the hourly chart up here. This is the Dow Jones E-mini S&P. Okay, and here's the pattern. I'll just clean this out so we can see it together. There's the high that we made way back here. Well, not the high. The D high was way, way back here, up at this level, way back here. So there's your high that we made in the whole thing. So let's just do this together, because these numbers are pretty important, especially when we're coming into a 2-day rally. There's your high right back here. And there's your ABCD leg. You see, it's not even close to a 382, but we are making an ABCD here, and it's a very clear one. All we're going to do now is blow it up so you folks can see it. There's where we are. There's our low that we made on Sunday down here at 85. We rallied up here. This is where you draw in with your little pencil and ruler. You take it in and draw it in, and it says you should come up here to about 44.99. And that's pretty close. We're not very far away. We're only 100 points away. So watch that one very closely today, folks, because that's a 2-day rally in a potential bear market. And as we said just a second ago, we want to look at that. Let's get that 382 that we can see it. It comes in a little bit higher. There it is right here. That comes in at 37.50. So anything above here, then you have to risk this much. But ABCD is your first line of defense. And that's what you want to do. Look at this one, folks. It was a beautiful ABCD right here yesterday. And then you had a big pullback here this morning. There's your AB leg. There's your CD leg there coming in almost exactly at the number. And this one this morning, let me just show you this on a small 13-minute chart. There it is. Look at this. Look at this beautiful ABCD staring you right in the face, right on the open. Perfect. ABCD right at the 618 retracement, and away it went. Then you had a pullback right here, and you went up and made new highs. So it still looks like it wants to go higher, but that's what we're watching. So whether that means much or not really sure, but that's what we're paying attention to, at least so far here today. Okay, now we want to get up to the gold market, because the gold market has been something that we've been very bearish on for quite some time, and we've had a nice move down in this today. I'll get you to see it's still moving lower as we speak. There it is right now. The 382 was right here. Let's get this up here on a smaller time frame, because that's what we were looking for. We had the big break here. We went up here to the 50% level, but the real easy trade today, the real easy trade was this one right here, which was the 382 coming off of this. And if you looked at this on a smaller time frame, like the 8 minutes, so you could see the ABCD, you can see a really nice ABCD pattern right here. Just absolutely, right on. And it didn't give you any heat at all. You can see there's your A-B leg right there. Let's put it in so we can see it. There's your C-D leg, comes in right up here, almost exactly at the 382, just a tiny, tiny bit above it, and it immediately drops $2,000. And now you can see the last rally we've had here has done very little. Let's just measure it from the high down to the low. We haven't even made a 382 back yet. We still could, but right now it still looks like it's moving lower in the gold market. And remember, looking at this on the really long-term picture, folks, there's a really high probability that this high is a high for a very long time. And if you'll remember, that was that 3 drive to a top pattern that we were talking about there at 25.12. It went to 25.22, but now we're $100 lower than where we were at that particular point. If we take a look at silver, here's silver for today. This is just a 3-minute chart. I watch it just to see what the swings are. You can see we had a really nice move up. And what did we do? We made a perfect A, B, C, D right to the downside. And it stopped right where it should have. There you're going to be able to see. There's your A, B, C, D leg right there, right at the 50%. And all we're doing now is we're ratcheting back up. And it looks like we're getting ready to make another potential move. The last rally back on this one looks like it stopped just exactly, almost. Now it went up between the 618 and the 786, and now it's starting to back off. There's not an ABCD in here or anything, but that's what the silver looks like. On the daily chart, this thing does not look very good, folks, because there it is on the daily chart, and that is not much of a rally. When you look at this on the 4-hour chart, you're going to see a market that is in serious distress. I mean, this thing has been going down now for a month, and with virtually no bounce. Even the bounce today, there's the bounce we were looking at today over the last few days. Let's just draw that in. You'll be able to see where we were. There was your high right here, okay, and there's your low. And there, spot on, right in the middle of everything, was 2766, which was an exact 382. And then from then, down she's been coming. So that's why we're watching it. We talked about these in the videos that we send out. So make sure that you review them, because it's something that you want to keep in mind. These things don't always work, but when they do work, they work relatively well. So that's the whole key to what we're paying attention to. So let's take a little break here, and we'll be right back. 877-927-6648.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
The stock market is a delicate, interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Okay, we're back, folks. Hold on, folks. I want to make sure that I have my my data up correctly, so just bear with me here just a second. It'll just take me a second to get this back up. And we'll be looking at the charts. I wanted to start with this bond chart because we're looking at something that is pretty significant from my point of view. And let's get back up here. Just give me 1 second, and we'll be ready to go here. I have to make sure I hit screen 1, hit go live. And now it should be Memorex. Here's where we are. Okay, here is the Treasury bonds. We were looking at that. The 382 on this number, folks, is 123.15. It's been to 123.16. So it's going to be, 123.19. So it's a few pips away, but it has completed this small ABCD pattern right in here. Very, very interesting one to look at also. Okay, now, question is about Apple. Let's get up here and take a quick look where we are on Apple. And just a second here, there's Apple. We'll look at this on the hourly chart. It should be pretty strong, I would think, today. Yep, there's where we are. Here's where we had a big move down last few days. You can see that today's low looked like it came in right at, let's just refresh everything. And you'll see there it is. Well, in fact, it made an ABCD. Looks exactly at the old 61% retracement. It has rallied $9. And there it is right there, pretty much spot on. So that would have been a nice one right on the open, too. So that's the ideal situation because this has been 4 hours, and we're 4 hours into the trading day. So that's what we're seeing here with Apple. Okay, now we had another question about NVIDIA. Let me get this up here, and I'll be happy to bring that up in just a second. And here it is right here, NVIDIA. And there's on the hourly chart. And here's NVIDIA. It's having an update today. It's been down quite a bit. You can see, it's down more than quite a bit. It's dropped, it's dropped from 145 down to 90. Boy, that's a big drop. Let's see what the 382 is on this back. This is something you want to watch because this could be a really interesting one. Well, it's not very far away, so that comes in at 109.52. We'll probably hit that while we're on the show today, but watch that because, we had a little 382 pattern right here, you see? And then we had another one right here, I believe. Just look at this. You'll see from your high down to your low. Yep, there it was right there. There was your 382. And so watch this number right here. That's going to be up quite a bit. That's why the NASDAQ and everything is rallying so strongly now, is because of the fact that this held and it's moving up a little bit. And maybe it's going to make new highs, which we certainly could without any trouble at all on any of these. That's no question about it. The next one we're going to look at here is Tesla. And then when we finish with this, folks, we have to look at natural gas, because our friend yesterday was on with natural gas. And oh, my goodness, you talk about one that would knock your socks off. We're going to see that one. Here is the Treasury bonds. I'm going to do Tesla, and then we'll do the natural gas. Hold on one second here. I keep remember Tesla starts with a T. Okay, there's where we are. And it's having a pretty good rally. We went down yesterday as just about everything. And then today we backed off a little bit, and now we're just rallying back a little bit. It's still looks like it's small ABCD pattern forming here in Tesla. And that's pretty much what we're looking at here. Could get up to 217 without too much. But you see Tesla now, folks, is in a pretty strong downtrend going back into the middle of July. You see it's been going down now with lower tops. That's usually a negative sign, but you're still getting a good rally. But look at the bottom here. I'm just seeing this for the first time. There's your high that we made right back here. I think this made a perfect ABCD yesterday. Let's double check. How's that? Look at that, 180. There's your BC, there's A, B, C, D, and there it is right there. And look at that. We're having a heck of a rally. So that's what we're watching here today. So let's keep a close eye on that one. All right, now let's take a look at natural gas. Our good friend from Florida called in yesterday, Steve, I think from Austin. Austin is not in Florida, Steve. It is in Texas. I stand corrected, but this natural gas was an absolute beauty. I wanted to thank you for that one personally. Hold on, here's where we are. There's your natural gas. We were looking to be a buyer. If we went down just a little bit more, and boy, oh boy, there's where we were today, a little bit more. Move it over a little bit, clean this out just a tiny bit. Here's where we were this morning, right after the opening. You're making a really nice ABCD pattern right here. Just spot on. Let's just draw it in so everybody can see it. There's your X leg. There's your AB. There's your CD leg right in here, right at the 786, right spot on the money, and it's rallied well over $1,000. It's completed the pattern already. In fact, this little pullback that we had looks like it's pretty much a spot on 382. Let's just move that over here. And not quite, but it still looks bullish. Thank you for that one, Steve. It's a real beauty. Let's just check the AI to see if it was doing anything that would have helped us. Oh, my goodness, I think so. Hello, operator. Yeah, it did pretty good. The low would have been, well, there was your buy point, but there was your high, and there's your ABCD. Now it's a sale. Looks like it's getting ready to go down. You got a lower top. You got a good place to look at it. It's not much of a no-brainer on that one, because you only have to risk a couple of bucks to see, and the pullback should be for the next 2 hours. So that's something, for shorter term trading that you might want to watch very, very closely. I want to spend just a tiny bit of time here with the let's get this up here, with this one right here, which is the Russell. The reason why is the Russell had been the one of the stronger ones, and then it became the weaker. And you can see it's weaker today because we've made new highs now in the S&P, we've made new highs in the NASDAQ, and we've made new highs S&P, NASDAQ, and Dow Jones has made new highs above these levels. We have not done that yet with this. You see now our pullback here was 50%, and that's all we've done so far today. We have not taken the highs of the previous day out or today's. You see those days, those are the same high. That's at 2094. Now we can easily pop through there without any trouble. Just because it's late doesn't mean it's not going to make it, but the fact that it is may mean there's some type of it's getting ready to roll over. That possibly could. Folks, we're having a nice rally in a bear market. That's what this is. I don't know if it's going to be it's already a 2-day rally. It might be a 3-day rally, a 4-day rally, a 10-day rally. But whatever you get that pattern that we're going to have lined up here on these things, pay really close attention to those, because that's really powerful stuff, and they work a lot more than they fail. So the main ones, of course, is that 34 394, let's call it 395 in the Dow Jones. And then also here is the one in the S&P that takes us up a little bit higher into the area of, hold on one second here. That would take us up here to 30. We got to do this on the hourly because that's where we were watching it before. There's where we are. There's 53.46. We're 20 handles away from that level right here. This is a major. This is from, and remember, this is not off the high. That's off the secondary high before we had the big break. This is when the crash started. Okay, so. Well, and it was a crash because if you go from 56 to 51, that's definitely something. It's not just normal. So, and let's move on to one thing, and we're going to get the 4-hour chart. We'll be right back, folks. 877-927-6648.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstadt's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstaddt releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, folks, here is the E-mini S&P since we made the high on the 12th. By the way, yesterday, Monday, we had Norm Winsky on, and of course, I think we had him on Friday. Was it? Shucks. No, it was Grace yesterday. No, we had Norm on, I believe, last Friday, and he was telling us that this was going to be a big astro day, which we were talking about it in the newsletter, too. The fact that we had the full moon at this particular point, plus we had 3 major planets lining up, and you can see here we're still making new highs on the day as we speak. If we go back and look, the last time we had a really strong 2-day rally was right in here, right before the break to the downside. So let's just measure that, because these markets have a tendency to repeat. So that's that distance right here, and we want to see where we are coming into it. We're already above it. See, we already did that, and we're backing off. That means we're getting ready to make this ABCD up here at the 53.46 level. So that's the main thing. And remember that number we were looking at here in the Dow Jones. Let's get up here so everybody can see it. We're going to get the hourly up, because this is a legitimate ABCD there pattern in 95. We're only 80 handles away. 80 points, 0.8. So watch that one very close, folks, because that's a real interesting one. The 382 comes in way up here, but you can't do anything before that, but you can do an ABCD. If you can do these ABCDs on the downside, there's one on the upside. You can see it right there. It had quite a bit in it. It went from 93, dropped well over $2,500. So your risk here is going to be $100 from 95 to 96 and change, and then you'll see whether it's going to do anything or not. So that's what we're paying very, very close to. Let's take something I haven't done today, but let's just do it right now that we're talking. Let's take a quick look at the AI and see if it's telling us anything. And here's where we just had a big move here. We're backing up. Looks like we're going to be up for quite a while here, folks. It certainly does. So wait and see. We're probably going to get up there. So watch that number that we were just talking about, which is 39,500 in the Dow Jones E-mini. The stop would be 39,600 is what you'd be watching. So keep a close eye on that one. Let's just shift this a little bit, see if we can get a little bit better fit here, because usually when you do something like this, it gives you a better idea of what you're seeing to the upside. Still has a strong bias. This pullback here was a 50% retracement, and I'll bet you a nickel to a donut. Let's just do that. Since I don't do any gambling, we'll just take a quick look here. I'm an intelligent risk speculator. I keep telling myself that. There's your ABCD. Let's see how close we come up to 95, 95. Oh, it's already way above that. That's at 97. So the bigger ABCD right there is at 95. That's the one on the hourly chart. And there's a problem that you have. See, if you're going to stick with the hourly chart, stick with the hourly chart. Don't go jumping around. All I was trying to do was to see if there was any verification. This is the one I want to see that tells me where the action is. And there was your ABCD to the downside. And we're very, very close, just a few handles away from that level right now. That means the E-mini is not very far away from this one. And also the Russell just picked up a little bit here. Let's get the NASDAQ up and see how it's doing along with the others. And you'll see here we're also moving up a little bit here in the NASDAQ. And there's our the NASDAQ is right back to the 382 on the whole thing, I believe. No, that's the 382 off of this level right here. The 382 off of the whole thing is so far down the road that you just there it is way back here. Yeah, 2190. That was it. Yeah. Let's just see what the 382 is on this one from way back here. Bring that in. Well, it's not that far away. It's only, it's up another 300 handles here, also into this area where it broke down from. So that should be an interesting one, too. Remember, we had a double pattern in here on that daily pattern, folks. That's at a 1.618 expansion setting right there, right on the money. Boy, that's mother, God, and country when you see those. Whenever you see that 1.618, it'll open your eyes. Now we're taking out the previous day's high, which is usually a British sign. We've done this before. We had a little 3-day rally here, and then boom, down it came. But that level that we made, there was your high right here. There's your low, and there's it was right there. It came within just a heartbeat of the exact number. So keep an eye on ABCDs. They're not always right, but when they are, there's something to pay, really, really close attention to. as we look at these here today. Now we're going to switch over to our operation here on crude oil. This is crude oil for the day. We were watching crude yesterday on the daily chart. Let's get that back up here. And you'll see we did make new lows. We made another new low today. You see that? So what we'll do now is we want to see what that 382 is. I know we haven't hit it yet because I was watching it very, very closely. If we go to the hourly chart here, there's where we were. We came down and we backed off right to the 61% retracement. Then we rallied up a little bit. Okay. There's something wrong here, folks. Let me show you. You see where this shows that this is the 5th and this is the 6th? I just looked at on the daily, and I got to refresh this. Something's wrong. Hold on. Rest 1, 2. No. All right, now watch this. When I get this daily chart up, you see it says it made a lower low today on the 6th. That is not true. That means I've got bad data, and I haven't got anybody around me to help me anymore because Twentyman used to take care of that in a heartbeat. But look at that. That shows a lower low, and that is not, in fact, what happened. Looking at this on the, let's just go to a 13-minute. Maybe it'll show it. Nope. See, it didn't make it. It didn't make a lower low. See, there is the low. This says that that's bad data, folks. That's where you got to be really careful with that, because when you see something like that, that'll upset the whole apple cart. Because instead of looking bearish on this was actually a pretty good pullback. It stopped right at the 78% level, I would guess. There it is, right there at the 78. Stayed there for well over an hour, and then's rallied well over $1,500 and backed off, and it still looks like it wants to go higher. So, but that's bad data, no question about it. Looking at this daily chart, I'm going to refresh it one more time, but that is not correct, because let's just look at it again on a 60-minute. It's totally different, because this is not the right low. This is the right low. The one on the daily is not the right low. So nothing you can do with that. Let's see if the high today was at a 382. I think it was close there in the middle of the night. Yeah, spot on. There in the middle of the night, late last night for early morning. You see we went from 74, we dropped $200. You can see there was an ABCD in here. Now we're just meandering back and forth here. I think we've got a little, we've got 42 seconds left. Let's take a look at the gasoline to see how it's been doing, because it's been trying to make a bottom down in here. There's your 30-minute. It did the same thing. Now see that there you got correct data here. In the gasoline, there it is right here on the pullback. There was the big ABCD on the downside yesterday. And let's take a break here and we'll get back. We'll cover gasoline and natural gas, and we will not forget soybean oil. Okay, we will not forget that. We'll do that one first. So stay with us, folks.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
The stock market is a delicate interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, folks, here's the gasoline. We were looking at this bottom yesterday at 227. The low was 225, 226.90. We did have a pretty good rally here, and then it's backed off just a little bit. Go back to that 13-minute chart so we can see the pullback. Made a nice little Gartley. That's a perfect one, folks. That's a perfect Gartley pattern right here. There's your XABCD coming in spot on at 61% retracement. And so if you'd bought it there, that would have been a really nice one because it's got a couple cents in it, about $700 or $800. So you'd have your stop at break even here if you would have done that trade. Now let's get on to the one that surprised me more than anything else, and that was the soybean oil. And boy, they have taken this thing to new levels. Let's get here. I haven't looked at it recently, but I know that we did get stopped out, and it's gone. Well, it's actually backed up a little bit here. There was the move down. We were stopped out of it. Our stop was right here, and that's where we got stopped out. It went all the way down to 38.84. And from that level, it's bounced around. We'll look at this on an hourly basis here. Well, the reason why we bought this, folks, there's a perfect example here. There's your ABCD pattern right here. We were looking to buy it there at 55. It had a rally here, but here's where we bought it. Then it rallied just a little tiny bit and then made a lower low. There's nothing, that's just a trade that didn't work. The only other thing you could look at was this would be the 1.61 expansion, and look where it went to today. Right there, and that would have had a $600. I'm just looking at it for the first time. It would have been a good place to re-enter, but there's your expansion to the downside. So missed that one. That train left the terminal. Let's look at the 8 minutes. See how? Yeah. See, there was the bottom. Then you had a nice little pullback. And, well, this has been a good one for the day trading on Friday because that would have been a really nice 1.618, and that would have been that's well over $500 with hardly any risk. And now you can see it's making ABCDs as we move even higher. So anyway, that's the story of the soybean oil, and thought we were going to have a winner there, but didn't work out that way. Let's take a quick look at the soybeans since we're talking about the grains. We're in the midst of the growing season now, folks, these next few weeks, and it's not going to make any difference because the weather is just almost like, let's get the S up here. We'll look at them with the AI just to see what they're doing here today, and I haven't checked them out. There was the forecast was for a low to come in. It hasn't really done very much, but this isn't November beans. That's a maverick month, September. Let's look at the November because that's where the real action is. There's your November contract. Put them up on a 30-minute, and they didn't make new lows yet, but boy, they came pretty close. You can see here, this is all we've done so far. The high that we made here we already talked about this yesterday, was right at the exact 382 of that move. And that's probably why the oil came down and met another new low. I've been focusing on the stock so much, I missed that soybean oil. That would have been a really nice one with that 1.618. That's when you see those folks, you just close your eyes and do them, because they work 8 out of 10 times, and boy, they got huge payoffs. And when you're wrong, you just stand aside and wait and see what happens. Okay, now let's move out of the way here. We want to look at wheat, because I still have wheat on the watch list here. We're looking at Christmas wheat, and they're starting to move. That's what I was thinking it was going to be doing. Here's where we are right now. We've had higher bottoms through here, folks. You see, even during all these, we had a higher bottom here. We had a nice higher bottom today. Came right in. This was right at the opening right here. We had a nice little move to the upside. And now what we've done is we've completed that move. In fact, it's already completed. We have to take a look at it. There's your ABCD leg, and there's your CD leg completing already. And at 570, it's already backed off several cents from that level. But there was right at the 78% level, a beautiful ABCD, just like what we're looking at in the Dow Jones, folks. That's the same type of pattern. Whether it works or not, don't know, but that's what we're paying close attention to. So let's move on here, and we want to get this out of the way. We don't need to see that anymore, and we do need to watch the Dow Jones. How much have we got up to? We got up as high as 70 or what? 67. We're trading at 94.13, but it should make this number today, folks. Let's just look at this. I mean, this is, if you can't do this, you can't do anything, because if you can do this trade right here, A, B, C, D, you got to do this trade right here, because that's a bigger A, B, C, D. That's all it is. So, be ready to look at it, because there's 95 shaded by 10 points, say 94, 490 or something like that. That's 60 points from where we are. That's nothing. That's just a heartbeat in this darn thing, because it's real easy to do. Let's double check the S&P, because I'm trading the Dow Jones because it's a little easier. You don't have that herky-jerky stuff that you usually get. Let's get the Dow Jones here. And, well, it actually backed off a little bit. I thought it was going to take a new high here, but let's look at that. That's a 4-hour chart. We'll go down to a 13-minute, because we made a higher high up in here, but it hasn't really done much. Now, we're looking at this ABCD right there, okay? Now, we have a smaller one that's right here. That's this one right here. There's this ABCD right there, and that one came in, 34, hasn't got there yet, but this is the number we're watching. That's when the larger ABCD comes in, and that's the one that should be, running the whole show. That's up another 20-some handles from where we are. But remember, we're doing the Dow Jones, and the Dow Jones is different than the S&P. S&P is 500 stocks. The Dow Jones is basically 10 stocks, the ones that are triple digits. Well, 15 stocks that are triple digits. I think there's 18 stocks that are triple digits. So those are the main ones to look at. By the way, someone's asked me to take a look at Goldman Sachs here. Wow, where does the time go when you're having fun? Hold on. I hope you can join me Friday on the live trading session, folks. We're going to have some fun as always. And hopefully we'll make a couple of bucks, maybe more than a couple of bucks with this kind of volatility. You can catch a rabbit in this game, boy, and it can be a lot of money. And there's Goldman Sachs rallying right back to where. Johnny's got his placard up, and he says it's right at the old 382 as we speak, right now at 472. So let's watch that. This could be a really – now, this is delayed, so hell, it might be 480. I don't know. Anyway, that's the Dow Jones for today. We're having a pretty good rally here from 445. We rallied 36 bucks here today in the Dow Jones. One other thing that someone's asked me here, hold on one second, and I'll get up here, and that'll just be JP Morgan. That's always been a really strong stock, but it's gotten hit recently. And you'll see here, we'll go back to where we were. Wow, it's had a lot more than recently. Okay, now we had a bottom here yesterday. There was the bottom on Friday. I'll bet you a nickel to a donut that was exactly 1.618. No, it went below. Oh, wait, that's not done correctly. Hold on. Oh, dear. End of the show is already. Are you joking me? There's your 1.618 expansion. Let's see where the 382 on this one is. Folks, I'm real bearish, so be real careful when you listen to me, okay? There's right at the 382 on this one, too. So let's keep a close eye on these, and we'll be right back after we pay a few bills for our sponsor. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched The Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, folks, this is the Treasury bond market, and I wanted to show you we're almost at the 1.618 expansion of this whole range right here. The ABCDs measures to 2320. This measures to 2311. The 382 number was 123.16. We're at 123.14. I also wanted to remind you what we looked at here the other day when we were making that beautiful 3 drive to a top pattern here. This was early in the morning on Monday, when we were making the early morning big breakdown when we were down 1,300 points in the Dow. And you can see there you can see a perfect symmetrical, high to high to high, just as nice as possibly can be. Let's just double check this, because these are the kind that you really like to see, right on the money. And there's your number right there, all set up pretty nicely. Tomorrow's guest will be Jeff Huge. Thursday we're going to have Mike Moore, and on Friday we're going to have Bill Meridian from Cycles Research out of Vienna, Austria. So make sure that you do something nice for your neighbors and live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless, because we live in a wonderful country here. And I think it's going to get even more wonderful no matter who's going to be elected, because we got some great people working on both sides of the propagation, what do they call it, proposition lines for the election. It'll work out no matter what happens. I feel very, very strongly about that. So we'll see on the flip side tomorrow. I hope, well, let me double check so Al doesn't get upset with me. Oh, I've got 51 seconds. Boy, that's a lifetime in radio. We're going to take a look at one other start, folks, and that is Amazon. This stock has been beaten up pretty badly. You can see we're having a pretty good rally today. Let's see where we are on the hourly chart so we can see how, oh boy, we've really come down hard. Yeah, we had a high way back here, back in July. And then, wow, there was your first 382 right there. Right there. Oh, there it was. Lost that one. Anyway, we'll see you on the flip side tomorrow, folks. May God bless.